Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a check-in slash plan with me and my Hobonichi cousin Avec. I have not made a video in about 3 weeks now, and I just have had literally zero motivation to record anything. I have been planning. I have not been doing very well in my daily planner, in my opinion, but I'm still planning. And I'm trying to get myself out of a funk. So I am forcing myself to sit down and get into my recording room so I can try to get back in the swing of things and hopefully just get me out of my funk. I'm going to try to make this not very long just because I don't want to burn myself out. So what I thought I would do is really quickly just kind of go over and do a really quick walkthrough of my October spreads because I know I did not do that video. At least I don't think I did. Let me check. I did not. So we're gonna really quickly just flip through, talk through my spreads, and then we'll go ahead and get started in the weekly spread. So if you would like to see just the weekly piece of the plan with me, then I'll try to put the timestamp somewhere on the screen so you can try to skip through this October flip through. So this is my year at a glance. I literally don't do anything different in any of my spreads. I have found a setup that works and I don't deviate from it. So I have been brainstorming things that I want to try to do in 2026 if I want to make any changes. But right now for 2025, this is what my year at a glance looks like. I have my reading, book, and subscriber counts up above. This is kind of like the highlights of the month that I have annotated in my daily pages. And then down here are just my favorite books of the month. I'm a big reader, so I like to have that stuff identified. So this was my October year at a glance. I don't even know if I did an October monthly spread. Let's check. Oh, I did. I ended up using some of my Sterling Ink subscription kit stickers, which I went ahead and canceled. I just got my December subscription kit. I am not going to continue that into 2026 until I try to get through all of my stickers. Sterling Ink gives you so many stickers in that subscription kit that I have too many. So I need to go through all of those, and then at that point, once I get low enough, then I might re-up my subscription. But as of 2026 in January, I am not going to be getting any of those anymore. But this was my October stickers and I loved this. It had like the dark red rose. I had used a TWSBI Eco. I think this was my medium tip. I found that I really do like the medium tip or the medium nibs in my TWSBIs. And then this was a red color. I don't remember what fountain ink I had. I started buying a lot of fountain ink and then I don't remember what all I bought. So this was my October monthly spread. Really do like this spread. And then this is the first week of October. My spreads are also very similar in my weekly spreads. I use my planner functionally. I like to see where I'm at certain times of the day. I also like to track the weather. And then down below is my basically reading time that I have in the afternoons. So I like to annotate what book I was reading, how far I got along in it, and such things like that. So this was the spreads that I had in October. This is using it's Diamine Oxblood. That's the ink that I used in my October spread. And this was my TWSBI Eco Medium. So love this spread. I love the color. I love the dark red and the burgundy colors. It was just probably one of my favorite spreads. I really do love that ink. And then I went to literally the opposite the following week, and this was a very light color. This was also using a fountain pen ink, and I do not remember what that ink was. I did change up also my side, my little tracker piece. I forgot to do the weather, and I don't know. You know, when you get into the, your funks, sometimes you're really good and sometimes you're just not. And yeah, so this was October. This was another lighter type color. And so, yeah, this was going to October 26th. Then I'll go ahead and show you this because this goes to October 31st. This was using a bunch of my washi tape shop stickers. I bought a ton of washi tape shop stickers last year and I still had a ton of stickers left, and I decided to go ahead and use a bunch of them in the month of October, specifically for Halloween week. So this was the last full week of October, and now we'll go ahead and switch to the daily spreads. So this is the front page of the daily spreads. I have a story graph cover. Like I said earlier, I'm a big reader, so I like to see how many books I read, how many pages I read, how many hours I listened to an audiobook, and then the average rating of all of my books for that month. This shows kind of like my graphic per day of how many pages and minutes that I was done on that particular day. These were all of the books, and this is just kind of like a nice overview of my reading. So I always have that at the beginning of the month. And then we're going to go ahead and go into the daily pages. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because, like I said earlier, I just wasn't into journaling a whole lot in October. I was in a weird thing and I'm still trying to get out of it. So for the month of October, I ended up using my Muji. No, I did not use my Muji. I used the Pentel RSVP in Fine in this purple color. It actually ended up being so similar to the Muji that I have that I could have used either one of them, but I used the Pentel pen. There were a lot of days I did not do a daily prompt, so you're going to see that I have half a page filled, and honestly, that's okay because I know I was in a funk. And then I ended up using all of my the washi tape shop stickers for my like decorations in my daily pages. So October also did start the government shutdown. I ended up working the entire time that we had the shutdown. I was paid using a different type of money and was not affected by what went on with the rest of the federal government. So I was working the whole time that everybody was out. So I was very lucky to be able to continue to get paid without any kind of like deviations to that. I also had The Life of a Showgirl started or came out October the 3rd. I am not a Swiftie. I have never been a Swiftie. I have never claimed to be a Swiftie. I like some Taylor Swift music. Just not been my favorite. I've never found an album that I actually do like. And I must say, I love that album. Every single song I love. I listen to it on repeat, and it's still right now over a month later, and I still adore all of the songs. So I also ended up getting my hair cut. I got some bangs, and I actually really do like them. I need to go back and get them trimmed. They are much needed trim, but I actually do like them. I'm kind of hit and miss when it comes to bangs, and that made me happy, and I still like it, so that's a good thing. I had my daughter. She got her hair cut. Again, I didn't even do a daily prompt here. I did barely anything on some of these days. I try to fill up my daily pages as much as I can without like putting too much strain on myself, and I don't know, I wasn't in it. We did have in October the Halloween. My elementary school daughter's school does a boo bash every year. They had animals. They had a alpaca, a little mini Highland cow, and it was adorable. And then there were ponies, and there were horses, and there were chickens, and there were bunnies, and there were just this whole like petting zoo area. My daughter was terrified of all of the animals, refused to go anywhere near them, and all I wanted to do was pet this Highland cow. I finally was able to get close enough that I could pet the cow without my daughter freaking out, but I wanted to pet all the animals, and she wanted to have absolutely nothing to do with them. So I got pictures. I also, for the month of October, I call Halloween nails. I got them. They were long and pointy. I consider them claws. They weren't super long, but they were pretty sharp, and they were black, and then the very tip was like a red glitter, so it was kind of showing like blood, I guess you could say. It's kind of like the vision I was going for. I loved them, but I can never have them again because they were sharp and they hurt. I couldn't. My dogs loved them, but I just couldn't. I can't do that again. They were cute while I had them, but that's just, I can't do anymore. You can see here, actually, I have blah feelings on October the 24th. I don't know. I don't know if it was colder weather, daylight saving is now here, and I don't know. I don't remember having any kind of funks last year. around this time, so I don't know what was happening. I still don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna try to get better. So that takes us through October. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump over back to the daily pages and go ahead and really quickly plan for this upcoming week, so that way I can start filling it out and getting everything ready, so that way I can use it on Monday morning when I am at work. So we're going to be planning for the week of 17 through 23 November. I don't plan on doing anything really like fancy or anything in this planner. I'm going to go ahead and just use my Muji N05. I don't think I'm going to use any I'm not going to use any mild liners or anything this month, or this week I should say. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to go ahead and get my ruler out. I'm going to put this stuff to the side. And then for my bottom bar, or my bottom piece where I like to annotate my reading, I'm going to go ahead and use this Coffee Monsters Co. washi that I got. I think I got it in one of my, it was either my subscription or it was in my like pre-order that I got from her. I don't remember honestly, but I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I love the washis that are, they're not just like straight. I have a couple of them like this now where it's just not a straight washi on the top and the bottom. This one has kind of, you know, it goes up and down depending on the height of, you know, whatever the image is. I don't know what it is. It makes me happy when I see that. So I'm going to put that down here. And then I also have these emoji heads. I never, ever, ever use them. They just sit in my little washi drawer. I cannot speak. It's 11:30 at night. So I think I'm just going to put this at the top at like the 5 o'clock time frame. Just that way I can use them up. I really do like this like thinner washi. I just don't use it very often. I don't know why. I don't use it very often. There is a bump right here. I have some, I made some stickers for myself with my Silhouette Cameo. I made some stickers using some sticker paper I probably shouldn't have used. And I hate it because now that I'm getting to the end of this planner, I'm getting these like bumps. Like, I don't know if I can show you. Hold on. Like, you see the indentations? It's very irritating whenever I'm having to write because I have these like ridges and valleys in my planner on both sides from those stickers. And it really drives me crazy. So I'm very, very happy we're almost at the end of this. I think there's only like maybe 5 more weeks in this planner, and then I'll be able to start fresh, and I will have to remember not to use those sticker paper in future planners because I don't like the bumps that I have. So, all right, so that's my top and my bottom washi. I'm going to go ahead and put these to the side because I no longer need them. And now I'm going to go ahead and do my sidebar. And I'm just going to go back to what I used to do way back when. I always have a sleep tracker, and I track my sleep from 10 hours down to 4. I am very excited because this is my last week of work, and then I get a week off for Thanksgiving, and I'm just going to be so ready to be done with work this week. I hate when I know I'm going on vacation because the week before that vacation starts drags by so slow, and it drives me crazy, but whatever. I'm going on vacation next week, so, or the week after, so it's all good. All right, so now that I have my sleep tracker, I'm going to go ahead and do my workout tracker. And then the last little section I'm going to do here is like a to-do list, because I do need to start planning during this week for vacation next week. So I know I need to like get my car clean. I have to wash my car to try to get all like, you know, just get it clean before I go on vacation. I have to do all of the grocery shopping so we can bring food that we want to the location we're going and things like that. So I have a bunch of things that I actually need to do. So I'm going to have a to-do list. And then I'm just going to have like a little dash right here just so I can go ahead and write down my first to-do. But that's going to go ahead and take care of my sidebar. I might end up putting like a little sticker down here later. I do have a bunch of stickers in my reusable sticker book that I'm trying to also use up, and I might end up putting something down here, but I don't know for sure. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill in the middle part, because this is like my active time. So I'll go ahead and in here put down my work hours, any appointments that I know I have for this week, to go ahead and get this piece done. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Honestly, I don't really have a whole lot going on appointment wise for this week. I got actually all of my doctor's appointments, I think, taken care of already for the end of the year. So I just have work Monday through Friday, and then I have carpool in the afternoon, and then my daughter has gymnastics twice this week, and that's going to be it for the week as of right now. I did go ahead and just identify some things that I did need to take care of for this week for, you know, prepping and kind of planning for my trip next week, just to go ahead and get that identified while it was fresh in my brain. So I did go ahead and do that. And then I think that's going to be it. I do have some little stickers here that I think I'm going to wait and put these down as the week progresses. There's really nothing that I wanted to put down as of right now. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I may end up later adding some mini icons to sleep, workout, and to do, just to kind of highlight those sections a little bit more. Or maybe I'll use a dot pen or something to kind of draw more attention to that, because without the highlighters, I feel like it kind of blends in with everything else that's going on. So I don't quite know what I'm going to end up doing, but this is my simple functional planner layout for the week of the 17th through the 23rd of November. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel this year. It's been a very weird year for me, just because there has been a lot of things going on work-wise and like maybe structure-wise. I don't know. Basically, I went from teleworking to working full-time in an office, basically working in an office that I have never worked in before, because I moved to my current house and moved to a completely different state during telework. So I went back working full-time in the office with people I've never really physically met in a place I've never physically been in. So it's definitely been a different environment and experience for me this year, and it's just been kind of chaotic a little bit with everything that's going on. So thank you so much for those of you who subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I greatly appreciate it, and I love seeing the comments and talking to you guys. So I'm hoping that with this video, it'll kind of jumpstart me back into the planning and recording habits again. I do have another video that I do want to do planned for Black Friday. And I also have setting up my 2026 Hobonichi Avec soon, along with my Sterling Ink N1 fitness/health planner. I'm going to be setting that one up soon too. So I do have some things planned for the end of the year. I just need to get back into it. I've just not been wanting to. So I enjoy this. I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy editing. It's like a little hobby for me, and I just need to get back into it. So all that to be said, my battery's about to die. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.